Okay. Creole Catfishing is
Yeah,
live.
share that. Put it in the chat of the other one.
I'll make a joke out of it.
Mm. Wait, what the heck's...
This is
This camera's on now. Oh, there's a delay. That's what it is.
no. That's not this.
Yeah.
This you can just turn off.
No, okay.
This
I get it.
This is my channel watching the live.
Okay, I get it. Well, yeah, but don't you ever turn that off. It's gonna feedback real bad. You can't have two running at once.
I'll just mute it. This is just for chat.
Yeah, Richard. We had technical difficulties to say the least. Yeah, things just didn't. Technologically, things did not work out. What's going on? The animal, Stonefly. What's going on, guys? Yeah, Lance, I see you in there, brother.
It was my fault.
I don't know. He's fired. I don't know. You know how this going live business is. So now we're on my phone in Andrew's room instead of on the fancy setup. So we'll just have to do it that way. It'll be all right. 922, what's going on, man? We'll let a couple people join in, and we'll Miss Lisa, what's going on? Good to see you. Like the title of the original live said, this is kind of us going live. Just we're gonna sit here, I don't know, shoot the shit for a while. Questions, things like that. You know, whatever y'all want to talk about, we'll talk about. It does not matter to me, not at all.
We have a couple subjects we're going to want to hit ourselves, but that's secondary to questions.
Yeah, right. I figure the questions tend to kind of take over anyway, so it'll be fun.
Channel update just for what we're doing.
Right.
A little bit of a gear update.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly that.
We don't have one here to show off. You realize that?
I kind of thought you might have brought one. It's okay.
We were not prepared for this. Apparently, we were not, like, at all. Like, no way, shape, or form. Yeah, talk about rant. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it pops up on your phone. That's how that works.
Yeah. The problem now, this is the first time in a very long time that I've gone live using the actual YouTube app, and I can tell you right now, I'm not a fan already. I'm not a fan whatsoever. When am I turning into a Bama fan? About 30 minutes after Hell freezes over. That's exactly when. You hold your breath until I become a Bama fan. I can tell you that right now. That is not gonna happen. James, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Ooh, let me change a setting on my phone here, because I know what's gonna happen if I don't. There we go. Do not disturb. That way we don't get interrupted by any phone calls or anything like that, because that's exactly what's gonna happen if I don't do that. Yep, and there's Caleb.
Hi.
Hi. He's just kind of hanging out with us too. Hey, the Tigers won today. In fact, they won really well. They played well today, so I'm pretty happy about that. Miss Lisa, good to see you. All right, 922 says, the gear John was teasing the hell out of me today. Yes, absolutely. We got to take the brand new Coravel all carbon rods fishing for the first time today. And man, am I impressed. Absolutely impressed. Very, very strong rods. Got plenty of backbone for big fish. Well, we caught 2 45-pounders in 2-mile-an-hour current. Handled them, no problem. Very, very, very smooth action on them. Light, cast great, and beautiful rods. Like I said, if we'd have thought about it ahead of time, we'd have had one here to show everybody.
And we caught each a 45,
right,
like back to back, which was hilarious.
Oh, I know. It was like, what, 20 minutes apart? 15, 20 minutes apart.
He was sitting there telling, it handled great. I wish you could have felt it, blah, blah, blah. 10 minutes later, I had it.
Boom, the other one went down. In fact, I haven't even seen some of the takedowns on the video just yet, which I'm very, 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 very excited to do that. But I haven't talked about them too much because I wanted to get my hands on them and use them first. before we started heavy advertising, but man, it was worth it. Guaranteed, new favorite rod. I'm telling you, and that says a lot coming from me. I've used a lot of different brands over time.
You know we're live, right?
And
Okay.
yeah, that's why he's doing that. It's because we're live.
Okay. As long
If
as
we wouldn't be live, he wouldn't be doing that back
as
there. I
he
promise
knows.
you. I guarantee you. Let's see. Andrew opened the editing business yet? Well, that's a question for him right there. I can't answer that question.
Not yet, but life updates that aren't for the public may make things possible in the future.
As long as I still get my editing department, it's fine. I'll have to see if I allow such a thing.
He doesn't pay me much. I mean, you can buy me off of him pretty easy.
Probably so, yeah. What's going on, Freddie? Good to see you, brother. Good to have you in here. I see we just playing around. We just playing around, talking, giving people opportunity to kind of ask questions because it's been a while since I have been live on my channel. I mean, probably the last time I was live on here was probably the last show I did with Roger. That's been a while. I've been having withdrawals a little bit from being live and just talking to y'all in this kind of setting because y'all know how I get when I fish. I'm very, very focused. I'm worried about the fish. I tend to kind of ignore chat and things like that while I'm fishing. So to actually talk to me, this is kind of the better way to do it. Roger, look, see, speak of the devil. Good to have you in here, brother. Yep, having a few withdrawals from being live with you on Tuesdays, so I figured, what the heck, come up here and talk a little bit and allow people to make fun of me and do what I normally do.
Yeah, Freddie, I think I heard what some of the winning bags were, and they had a hell of a weekend.
Yeah, they had the weekend that everybody thought they would, from what I understand. I don't know the weights. I don't know who won, anything like that. From what I understand, a lot of fish were caught. A lot of real nice fish were caught.
Multiple 140, 150 bags, I believe, if I'm thinking of the right thing.
Now, remember, for King Cat, it's a total of 4 fish over the course of 2 days. 2 biggest from Friday, 2 biggest from today. So a 150-pound bag for King Cat, that's an average. That's 4 fish, not 3 like the
still
MRM.
Big fish.
Oh yeah, it's still
That's
very,
some big fish.
still very nice
still,
fish.
Still more than you caught it, MRM.
Well, a 140-pound bag over 4 fish is an average of 35 pounds. So yeah,
it's a lot of meat.
Most boats caught over 100 plus fish each day, averaging 40 pounds of fish. We have a lot of those cookie cutter size fish in our waters, a lot.
Which is what we caught today.
Yeah, exactly. We caught basically what we call cookie cutters, 40s up to about 50, But overall, it was a much better bite, much better fish were caught than the Vicksburg tournament. It was just Vicksburg was weird conditions and the weather played a part. And hey, that's tournament fishing. That's just how it goes.
So are you done with big tournaments?
Oh no, I'm not done. I will fish Vicksburg every year. I'm gonna go ahead and commit to that. Now, am I gonna start running all over and chasing the rest of them? I don't see that happening. I ain't got that kind of time. But I will fish Vicksburg every year. I guarantee it. Greg Burgess, what's going on, brother? Inquiring minds want to know where you fishing Saturday. Dude, Roger, you know where I'm going to be fishing. I tell you now, I'm fishing at home where I always fish, where I have basically kicked butt every chance I had. So I'm fishing where I know I can catch fish.
There's a decent chance the same pile of rocks we fished today.
That's a pretty good chance. There's a pretty good chance I'll be in the exact same spot I was today. Look, Caleb, Mama says hi. Look, see? Hi.
It was interesting today because everything was extremely muddy, except for...
Can I highlight comments on here? No, I cannot highlight.
Except for one specific lock. So we went to that one.
Cookie cutter 40s and 50s. Jackie threatened to punch you in the face.
Oh.
That's what I've always said. That's our waters. It makes us look better than we really are. Trust me.
It really does.
It really does. I don't joke about those things.
I mean, we also caught like 4 or 5 10-pounders.
We did. We caught 7 fish? 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I don't know. 7 or 8 to a 45, a 44, about a 28 or a 30. We didn't really weigh that one, and the rest were 8 to 12.
The rest were eaters if we'd have wanted.
Yeah, the rest of it. It's still fun though. And one little gar about 2 foot long.
Oh, I forgot about him.
I know. I didn't.
Okay, we were arguing on the boat. So the gar was not caught by the hook, nor was he snagged.
Nope.
His teeth were wrapped in the braid.
In the main line.
In the main line braid. And we pulled him to the surface, and we could have netted him and got him in the boat if we wanted.
I think this
does that count?
No, it's a gar. It don't count anymore. What's up, Miss Nina? Good to see you. I think what happened is I had a little dink playing with it, and I tried to reel down on him, and I missed him. And I went ahead and just was bringing my rig to the boat. I think that gar swatted at it, and his nose got tangled in my main line right above my swivel. I really think that's what happened. I'm not going to count it because I don't like gar anyway. It was enough to tear up my main line. I had to cut about a 3-foot piece out.
922 says it counts. I'm rolling with it.
Whatever.
So, Jeremy, if it counts, here's why I asked. If it counts, Jeremy's first fish ever on
a coral
on a carbon rod
was a gar.
Was a long nose gar.
Was a long nose gar, and I probably haven't caught a long nose gar on a rod and reel, and I don't know how long.
That's why I wanted to know because I find that funny.
Oh, I find it hilarious. Yeah, that's what it was, Jeff. That's what it was. He needed the floss, and he saw that nice, shiny, bright yellow Berkeley Pro Spec and said, you know what? That'll make some good floss. And that's exactly what he did. Creech, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you, man. I don't know if you're home or
pretty sure
out
he's
in the
out.
Gulf. Yeah,
Pretty
he's
sure
probably
he's
out. Yeah, he's out. That work thing's for the birds, man. Let me tell you.
So, was everybody here when you gave your look? Give some more detailed on how did that carbon rod fight? Because that's what me and you were talking, and we kept repeating ourselves,
right?
Because we liked it. How did it fight? And if you want to describe what you saw with what I did with that fish, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the carbon rod is very interesting to me because I found that the harder the fish pulled and the more it bent the rod, the more the rod gave backbone, give resistance, and like the more it bent, the stronger it got, but in a very smooth, progressive fashion. It didn't, like the backbone didn't come in really hard. It was always smooth, always had good pressure on that fish. When the fish decided to surge or make a run or come to the boat, the rod didn't, let's say, suddenly unload, anything like that. It was just nice, smooth pressure the entire time. I was very, very impressed with how it did. Especially those bigger fish in that current. It acts a lot for a rod, and it was very, very, very good.
Pretty sure I just heard Caleb break my living room.
Oh, he probably did. He's probably breaking something in there. Who knows? Who knows?
I apologize. We don't have one of them on us.
No, we don't.
Because the ones I had to go to a photographer, and then Jeremy didn't bring his two.
Nope.
So I don't have one to show.
I left my
However, if you want to check, I know Ancient Mariner has them on their website up.
Yes.
You want to text Jeremy, we'll send you all the pictures, and we'll show you as soon as we can. When I put out this video, it's going to come out in like a week and a half. It'll be due, and you'll see lots of close-ups, and you'll definitely see it.
Oh yeah, lots of close-ups, lots of video. Laura, do I need to bring one? Nah, baby, it's fine. By the time you get here. By the time it's fine. We'll have plenty of pictures. There'll be videos. They'll come out. Trust me, y'all gonna get sick of looking at them after a while. I promise you. We're gonna have them out there.
I bet we have 22 people in here. I bet 15 of them have already seen it.
Probably so. Yeah. Half of our pro staff is in chat right now. So yeah, I guarantee you people have seen it.
And correction, we've caught a fish on a carbon rod, Freddy's. He corrected me. Your first Ancient Mariner carbon.
Yeah. Fish. Oh yeah. My first Ancient Mariner carbon. Oh no, I've caught. I had a Hellcat for a while. I caught fish on that.
I didn't realize Freddy's was carbon.
Oh yeah, Fred. All of Freddy's rods are carbon. I've caught fish on Freddy, the original FOA double wire rods. And we caught fish on his new FN rods. In fact, Freddie, were we the first people to ever catch a fish on one of your FN rods? Because that was the prototypes, remember? So I got, little feather in our cap here. Of course, we were all on the boat together. That we caught that dragging baits in Ennis.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yes. Look, see? Yes. See? See, we're good product testers for all companies. If you need something that needs to be torn up, send it to us. We will handle
Speaking of,
it. Speaking of tearing stuff up,
I'm one-sided. I'm pretty die-hard River Cats and Ancient Mariner. Like, I'll be honest. But 45-pound fish, and we both did it, to get it in the net off the back of the boat, and I had the camera in one hand. I grabbed the rod by the reel.
See that right there? That Hagen Groves. What's going on, Hagen? Man, we got famous people in here now.
I grabbed the rod by the reel, and I grabbed it about halfway between the first eye and the grip, and I pulled it straight up. A way that you should never do to a rod.
And high sticked the bejesus out of it. Let me make that point clear.
It was a high sticking that would have made anybody cringe. And
I knew better and I was cringing.
That rod, I did it on purpose to see. I wanted to know. That's how we test. We do things.
Yeah, we try to destroy things.
It did great. It didn't care.
I was fixing to touch your computer screen. Richard, I see your comment about that thing that you texted me about earlier. I did make a couple of calls and I cannot confirm a thing through anybody that I know. I can't confirm nothing. Nobody knows or saw a single thing. So I don't know. So as far as to that thing we discussed,
quit being mysterious.
I'll tell you about it later. It's one of those things, if you say it out loud, then it's a whole different can of worms. So I'm not going to open that can of worms when I can't confirm or deny anything. So we're not gonna go that route.
JR, high famous man Hagen.
And just so y'all know, Hagen hates when we do that to him. He absolutely hates when I start making a big deal about when he shows up. That's why I make a big deal about it, because he hates it. But he loves me. He loves me. I love him. I can do that. He's probably unsubbing from me right now, like as we speak. He'll be all right though.
Parker said, "When are you going to put some monsters?" He's making fun of you 45 pounds.
Yeah, but you know what? Anybody else could not get away with that comment. He can get away with that. He can very much get away with that comment. Got a slick. Oh, Freddie. You see that comment from Freddie?
That's about time. Freddie.
Dude, yes, absolutely. We need a good one in the community as a whole. Josh, down east, what's going on, brother? Yeah, we definitely need a good one of those in the community. So yes, absolutely. I will I'll get with you on that one. Oh yeah, look, there's John saying you don't even want to know what he did to them rods today.
I know, John's rough.
Oh,
but hey,
yeah.
That's why, honestly, when Jeremy or me endorse a rod, it's because we've put it through absolute hell and believe in it.
Roger, absolutely, it'll handle a ton of channel cats. In fact, I need to, me and you gonna talk about that. I need to, you need to experience this. I'm just gonna say that. I need to hook you up.
Yeah.
I need to find a way, because I've got they come in this really nice burnt orange color.
I know a guy.
I know a guy who I think would appreciate a burnt orange colored rod, or maybe two of them. I'm just saying. I know a guy. I think we can make something happen. Yeah. Oh, hey, I'd love to have it. In fact, a waist sling would be really nice. It'd make things easy on the back deck of that boat. But yeah, Freddie says it's one that he found online. Okay. Yeah, we need to check that out. We definitely need to check that out.
Oh, is that somebody we're fishing against Saturday?
Well, everybody is fishing against me, apparently. That's the way, yes, I said orange, Roger. And like a pretty burnt orange, like kind of like the Dodge Hellcat.
Like imagine my shirt, but shiny and gorgeous and not old and dingy. Actually, that's
so in other words, it looks nothing like the shirt.
That's a terrible example.
Yeah, it's like
it's also horrible. Darker than my shirt.
Oh yeah, but it's you know me, I'm not really an orange guy.
If
nice.
Only we had some in our hands.
I know, right?
John's gonna kill me for not having one.
Oh yeah. Oh he's oh yeah.
Picture coming your way that got my attention.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I know. It's a horrible. I know it's a horrible example, Richard.
It's slightly more orange in person. His phone's kind of changing it.
Yeah. Look, John's like, yep. See,
yeah.
I don't know. Well, we went live not for the purpose of this being a commercial. We wanted to talk about it. Don't get me wrong. But tomorrow night on the RCT live, our boys are going to be talking about it, showing it off in length, because that's what the show is about.
Yeah, this is a channel update for what is the Creole channel doing.
Right.
The rod was just the big topic of the day.
Well, it was the topic of the day because we're still very excited. We caught some nice fish today, and I actually caught fish on a product I was trying to test. That's the key here, because I had 2 of them, and I had 2 of our other rods. At first, we were catching fish on the other 2 rods, and I said, well, here we go. I ain't going to catch nothing on the rod I'm trying to test.
You also caught fish after finding them only on side scan.
Roger, you'd be very proud of me. I think today's the first day that I marked fish on side scan, only side scan, not on 2D, set up on them, and caught them. You taught me well, brother. You taught me well. You'd have been very proud of me.
I tell you what, there was 2 old guys. They crawled down probably 100 feet of rocks to get to a bank spot right next to us. We pull up, drop a line. Within 5 minutes, we had a 45-pounder, and they were probably mad at us.
I'm trying not to laugh at that question. Now that you're rich and famous, what big plans do you have over the next year? Oh, well, you and I talk about plans. I plan on sometime after the first of the year, I would love to get my captain's license, do a couple of guide trips on the side. I am not trying to be a guide for a living. I don't have any illusions of anything like that, but I just love to do some on the side. I don't know. I love taking people fishing. You know, why not do it that way? So that is a goal of mine, a big goal that I'm reaching towards. You know, we'll see how it goes.
Oh, Parker, you beat me to catching some catfish on it. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
The evil eyes, the slow pitch.
We are just abusing. Roger said a tear just rolled down my cheek, dude. I'm telling you. All right. This is how it happened. Picture this, okay? We're rolling up to not the dam I normally bump at. This is a separate dam, much shallower water, much narrower channel, not as much flow. 18 feet of water on average. We roll up in there, and I'm watching my side scan, especially on the right side towards the bank, and there's these, I'll say about 20-foot diameter rock piles. There's a couple of them. As you get close to the dam, I see the rock piles on side scan, then I see what I was pretty sure were fish stacked up right behind them and kind of around them, like some fish kind of tooling around the rock piles. I said, man, I think that looks like catfish to me on sonar. It really does on the side scan. So I said, you know what? I spot-locked my boat. I got right ahead of them. We got the rods out, and we casted, and 2 of the rods, you know, the carbons where I could feel them, I actually kind of bounced the rig back just a little till I felt myself hit the rocks, and I put them in the rod holders, and we were rewarded with fish.
And
that's how it happened.
Both big fish came on a double with an accompanying 10-pounder.
Now, the most interesting one was how you caught your big fish. If you want to take everybody through that scenario.
Okay. So, you know when you have a small fish on and you're trying to feel it? Like, where's my hand? I had the rod. Where's your old...
We're looking for props.
I had the rod in my hand, but instead of, like, gripping it...
Yeah.
I had it like this, because I was feeling it, trying to be like, okay, little fish, and I was talking to Jeremy like, oh man, this carbon rod's so sensitive. I can feel everything the fish does. This is amazing. This is a cool little fish.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, out of absolute nowhere, the rod wants to yank out my hand and just... That's one of the hardest slams I've felt. It was only a 45-pound fish, but
yeah.
I guess the shallower water.
Oh, yeah.
And he was staring at the rod when it happened. He yelled, oh, you know, before I even did, because he saw it happen.
Oh, yeah. I was watching the rod tip to see what that little dink was doing, you know, to see when he was going to try to reel down on it. And as I was fixing to say, man, I think he's on there. Wham! I mean, like a bumping hit. Just slammed that rod.
I was about to reel down on the small fish.
It was beautiful. The only thing that could have made it better is that little fish would have been on the hook, then the big fish would have ate the little fish. That would have been awesome. But still, it was great. It was great. It was a nice fish.
There was no reel down. There was no hook set. I just grabbed. Luckily, those new rods have a really nice grip because it was not in my hand good.
Right.
I just tightened my grip and I held on.
Oh, it was nice. Alfred said he sent me pics of the Well, cool. Yeah, as soon as we go off live, I will definitely be checking that out. Roger said, just bought a hummingbird, stepping up the side scan game. I hear that the hummingbirds, as far as side scan is concerned, is the one to have. I've always heard that. Let's see, I was trying to order the big fish rod for, this is me. Oh, hey, that's how it is, man. I'm telling you, that's how it is. New gear comes out, be like, there goes me having money. Just got to get the new gear. You know how it is. Small water charge. What's going on, man? Good to have you in here. Lord.
And don't forget, this is an AMA. Ask y'all's questions. I'm watching to answer y'all's questions.
I'm
channel questions, catfish questions, gear questions, RCT.
Yeah.
Jeremy's personal life. This is a ask me anything. That's how that works.
I got talked into this. I'm a guest on this show. Okay, I just want to make that clear. This was not my idea.
Look,
so we're just rolling with it.
Freddie figured it out. He just Facebooked them to me instead.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh.
Freddie, why does that look like my midnight underwear? Ooh.
You better be careful going through Freddie's pictures. Ain't no telling what he sent you in that.
Well, there's feet in every picture.
I know.
There's feet.
Freddie, you got nice feet. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how to tell you that gently, but you got nice feet.
Do the feet come with it?
It's sort of a whole other conversation now.
I like remember his prototype. Look how he angled everything.
Now that is a built-in tape measure. Check it out. That's pretty cool.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Look at it. That's a built-in tape measure inside the waist.
Look, more toes.
Now you see, if we were on StreamYard, I could share the screen and show y'all all this stuff. But that's okay. We'll keep that a secret just for me.
I like how his toes are in the picture, but his shoes are also in the picture on the other side.
Yeah, I know. There's a story behind that somewhere, I'm sure. Oh yes, James and I were talking earlier. We've been planning this for a while. Sometime, I don't know, I'm gonna say late October or something like that. Creole Catfishing is going saltwater fishing. We're going after some redfish and who knows what else. But we're gonna go saltwater fishing.
I talked him into it. It took literal years.
Right.
It took James literally.
Oh yeah.
James is taking us Bayou Hunter is taking us basically on a guided trip.
Basically,
by him.
Yeah. I'm putting him in my boat, handing him the keys and saying, "Here, put me on the fish." It's basically what's happening. All right. See, Nate is asking the good questions now. What is your favorite adult beverage? All right. Well, no, this is coffee. Before anybody asks, this is coffee. That's why I'm talking a mile a minute.
Whiskey.
I'm a little more of a mixed drink guy than I am a beer person. But when I do like beer, I love Blue Moon. I'm really into Blue Moon right now. I love that. I'm very much a Crown guy. I love me some Crown. That's probably that's my favorite. You see a glass of something mixed, it's usually Crown. Very much a Crown.
I don't know what Kayla's playing with, but it sounds expensive.
It does. It probably is. It's probably very expensive. I have no doubt.
I have a lot of electronics hidden around my house, and
Kayla, what are you playing with?
Box.
A box.
Okay, there are also boxes for the cat, so that's
okay.
Fine. That's fine.
So him and the cat are fighting over the same box. Probably that's probably what's going on.
Okay,
right
that's fine.
Yep. But as far as the channel, Creole Catfishing, what are we doing? Where are we going? What are we not doing?
Ohio. No.
No, we're not doing Ohio. Yeah, we're definitely not doing Ohio.
I just picked the random state.
I know, right?
I'm not making fun of you.
You've just insulted Roger. Thank you.
I could never insult Roger. I insult you, but not Roger.
I don't know.
I have never in my life insulted Roger. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Good question. Roger may comment on that. I don't know.
I've insulted a lot of people, and I don't think Roger's one of them.
922's like, why not? Damn it. Because it's far.
It's because I look at Roger's face, and I'm like, oh. I just can't do it.
Wow. I'm not touching that one. Okay. Channel. As I'm not easily insulted, believe me. Okay, well, all right. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure because I don't know where the safe space is on this channel. I don't think we have one. We haven't upgraded to the safe space package yet. most of y'all had noticed we've been kind of doing a pretty decent job of putting out a video every other week or twice a month, however you want to look at it, every other Thursday. It's a decent way of putting out some consistent content and not overwhelming any one of us with work schedules and all this other crazy stuff we got going on. We are going to maintain that. We've been doing more of the long form YouTube content. I don't see that changing anytime soon. We're having a lot of fun doing it. I finally did a cooking video the other day. There's plenty more of those coming. It won't be just catfishing, even where fishing is concerned. Look, we just said we're going to go saltwater fishing later on next month. Whenever James said it's time to go and it's good, we're going to go. We're going to have some saltwater videos on the channel. We're going to do, who knows what we're going to do.
Once my life gets itself together, I'm going to do videos without you sometimes doing
Right.
bass
Right.
cycling.
It might not be just me. You might have this pretty much.
I used to do a lot of fishing.
Right. Chris Flores, what's going on, buddy?
We did.
Muddy River Catfishing, man. It's good to see you.
Wait, is that?
That is the Chris Flores.
Okay. By the way, I've never met you, Chris. But ask Jeremy. Your rods have been some of my favorites for a very long time.
Yes. Still got them too.
I still like.
Still got them. Still
like,
got them.
Like Ancient Mariner is my number one now. Not just because pro staff stuff, but I really like them. But boy, those Muddy Rivers. Oh,
look, let me tell you something.
I fanboyed over those rods.
Those Muddy River rods had put a lot of big fish in my boat under some really tough conditions.
Every time we get a new Ancient Mariner,
they have.
I always ask Jeremy, how does it compare to the old Muddy River? Every
I know.
time.
That is the truth. I've compared so many things to that Muddy River rod. That is the Blue Cat rod, because I've never owned any of the other ones. That's been my bar forever. Okay. I'll be honest with you.
You had a question right here. I had to scroll back up to it.
Choice of rigs for Saturday. I fish my Creole rig. I do. Now, what version of it I fish? It just depends on the conditions. Sometimes I'll put a dropper and turn into a 3-weight, get my bait off bottom. Even my bumping rig is a version of my Creole rig. I just swap it around on the swivels to turn it into a bumping rig. But it's still, that's definitely what I'm using. I just don't know right now if I'm going to be bumping or anchoring. I'll make that decision when my boat hits the water that day.
A bulldozer decided to push a pile of logs into the hydro, which is why we moved spots. I'm not joking.
No, yeah, that is no exaggeration. Anybody's ever seen the background of that hydro I fish? There's the hydro and there's huge log piles.
You saw this shirt in person. It's not pink.
It's pink. You found your grunt call.
He found a grunt.
He found a grunt. You've been looking for that. He'll find stuff.
It was in that little brown box.
Okay, there you go. There's 2 huge log piles off to each side, and every now and then what they'll do when they run out of room, because what they'll take a big crane, they'll get the logs out from in front the hydro and put it on the other side to get it off the inlet side. Every now and then they take a big D8 dozer and just push the logs out to make more room, but then logs fall into the water and go down the current. It puts wood and trash and everything else. That's what we saw when we were coming into the channel. Okay. So
let me see if we can get some perspective on a picture.
Yeah.
I took a picture of a log. This log, it's 3 logs together that this pile is bigger than Jeremy's 20-foot boat.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just casually floating down the river.
Just coming along the river, just easing on down. So, yeah, whenever we say there's driftwood in the river, that's what we're talking about.
That was a big one.
It was a big one
on our standards.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, even by our standards, it was. When I can see it from over a mile away, looking downriver, it's big. Cause I thought it was another boat. I thought it was like a black Sea Arc 240 or something like that. I was like, man, that's a big boat over there. Nope, pile of driftwood.
Welcome Spiron to the chat.
But how could I have missed Spiron? Spiron, what's going on, brother? Well, see, his name's not highlighted in blue on my channel. We need to fix that. I don't know how to do it from here, but I will fix that.
Oh, is that you want to make Spiron a moderator?
Sure.
Oh, he'll just block everybody.
Sure. Why not, right? It's been a long time since I've seen who the mods were on my channel, I'll be honest with you. But it's been a minute. But anyway, kind of continuing that. Yeah, we've been doing the long form stuff. It's really, it's working out good for us. It's slow growth, but it's growth. It's something we can keep up with, and it allows me, honestly, to film in some places where I've never been able to go live because there's no phone signal. So it's kind of opened up some opportunities for us to do things that we really weren't doing before.
If I have my way, I'm gonna take a chest cam with me hunting this winter, and I'm gonna see if the footage comes out okay. I want to film myself creeping through squirrel hunting because it might be okay. It might be boring. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try though.
So y'all will get to see, like POV view, what it's like to be a Sasquatch in the woods. You'll know.
See me sniping them.
Somebody sniping you, maybe.
I use a 17. I snipe.
You'll hear those Bigfoot hunters in the background.
Yeah.
Following his ass around.
You'd be amazed at how quiet I am in the woods.
Because nobody has video proof that you even exist. I agree. Apparently, you're very stealthy. Nobody can prove your existence. He's gonna slap me, and that's gonna hurt too.
I don't care.
Whatever. Gotta have some of that. Caleb is getting with it on there.
You don't have enough brain function left to truly insult me.
Oh, I could try. I can dig it up.
All right. I'm looking for questions. I've been scrolling, seeing if I missed something. I'm not asking that many questions.
Yeah, because I'm just caffeinated enough to start answering some crazy questions. So it don't nothing like that bothers me anymore.
Yeah, James, I can take you squirrel hunting and stuff if you want to. It's public land. Like we gotta fight other people half the time, but we do it.
Good squirrel gravy. And yes, to those who don't eat those things, they're delicious.
Oh yeah, it tastes like rabbit. And if you don't eat rabbit, then
squirrel's a much darker meat.
Well, than tame rabbit.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm thinking tame rabbit.
Nah, that's what I'm thinking of. Well, Miss Lisa, honestly, I'll have to say yes that I prefer it because honestly, we don't drag baits very much because it's very rare that I'm in an area that doesn't have any current. We fish current 99.9% of the year. I'm not going to tell you I prefer any fishing method over another. The method I choose is what I think will put fish in my boat. Now, bumping is probably the most fun way.
Yeah, I will say, and I know we agree. If we have to choose which way to catch a fish on, you can't be bumping.
Yeah, bumping.
Having the rod
fun.
in your hand when it hits is. Go back up to JR. Right there.
You ever gonna start doing some vertical drifting? I was very close to doing that today. The only thing that kept me from doing that today was the amount of driftwood in the river. That is the only thing that stopped me. Okay. But yes, that is very, 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 very soon.
We're at the third comment of James saying his gravy is better than yours.
That's because you told him that. We have not got together and proven that fact of whose is better.
Look, I tried.
That's only a rumor.
It's because he saw the one you made with the pork, and that was a quick gravy, not a full gravy. So I was like, okay,
right, it's quick.
But now you have to prove yourself because James's was.
That's fine. Like, I have no problem with that. So Freddie asked something. Where's Freddie?
What length are the carbons? Is up next.
Okay, that was the next one. 7.6. They are 7.6, just like all of our other anchoring rods. Soon in 10-foot versions. So I hear. A little bird told me that. So we will have 10-footers in the carbons too. Oh, let's see. Next.
Has the topic of bigger boat been talked about?
Yeah, funny you should mention that. Not necessarily bigger, but better and better layout. I'm looking really, really, really hard at being in a protege by the time Vicksburg comes next year. I'm really, really shooting towards that. What?
Oh, somebody asked the question.
Someone asked the question?
When are you building a house?
Who asked that question? Time them out. When is the dream home? Oh, Nate. That is a topic that always gets discussed. Trust me. And as soon as it can happen, it will happen. I promise. FOA. So River Cats tackle, Ancient Mariner rods and reels, and FOA line. Is that still my primary gear? Yes, I still have all FOA line on all my big reels. My big 7,000s that I use has all FOA line on them. In fact, I might need to be getting some more from you here not too soon because I'm currently out. But yes, and I do use the FOA line a lot. simply because it's a little thinner diameter. I don't give up any strength, but I can get more line on the reels, more line capacity. But yes, that is primarily what I'm using now. I do have some rods that have the Berkeley Prospect on it, but I have a lot of my reels have the FOA line on them.
JR recommends the ProCat 240.
Hey, if he's writing a check, he can recommend anything he wants. Good. Send me a check. I'll buy anything you want me to. Heck yeah. Yeah, we did. We did a little drift fishing back in the spring because we were trying to fish between the logs. It was rough, let me tell you. It was very, very rough. Mike Chavez, what's going on, brother? Good to have you in chat, man. See, we talked about food, and Mike Chavez just like magically appears.
Now wait a minute.
What?
I don't accept Mike Chavez here. This is not Jeremy and Bro. I ain't no sidekick.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You're the sidekick, dude.
Okay.
I just sorry. You gotta keep him on the right level.
Oh Lord. Where?
Skip's old boat. Is it Skip's or Zach? No, Zach's boat. I'm sorry,
Is
Zach.
that the one that won a boat?
Yeah, he won a new one. I tell you, I'm leaning really hard towards the Protege simply because it doesn't have the rod boxes, so there's more. It's like more room, more width, a more open layout.
JR will write you a check right now. Just don't drop it.
That sucker will bounce all the way back to your house, won't it? Around 30K.
That's not
bad. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Oh, he'll sell that boat quick.
Can you get a finance on a used boat?
Well, you've seen. Yeah, not for very long though. Yeah, you've seen probably Roger fish out of that boat. That white CR, that white ProCat.
Oh, the white one?
Yeah, that white one. That was Zach's boat.
I'm just horrible with names. You always have to remind me who I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm right there with you.
Who doesn't like bumping?
I don't like bumping, so I won't be doing that. Look, bumping's not for everybody. Bumping is work. Okay, it's work. It's a very active way of fishing. If you like I just don't. Hey, this is Andrew.
Hi.
Otherwise known as Tank, otherwise known as Sasquatch. He answers by all three.
Yeah. I answer to pretty much anything if there's food in that direction.
Give you $100 for your boat when you get a new one. Hey, I might take it at that time. You never know. Might just take it. Let's see. I'm leaning up so I can read chat off the computer.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to highlight the
about to go to the braid. What would you suggest pound wise? 922. Honestly, I think like the kind of the standard on braid for catfishing is 65 pound.
Is he catching as big as us?
I'd say either 65 or 80, depending on the reels you're using and line capacity. If it's, let's say, like a 6,000 size reel, I'd say the 65 pound braid is plenty good enough.
Does he catch 60 plus consistent?
I don't know. Ask him.
Oh, well, who asked? 922?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your biggest consistent fish? Because you can get away with 50 if you're not catching
Right.
50, 60 plus fish in current consistently.
Right.
50 will do you great.
Oh yeah, honestly, it's all about It's all about line capacity. Like put the biggest line that you have the capacity for. I would say because naturally, smaller the line, the more you can put. So it's sidekick Creole. Yeah, because sometimes you'll come in chats or things like that. It'll say Creole Catfishing, but you got to watch. It'll have Andrew next to it.
Yeah, a lot of people respond to me thinking, but it has my first name at the end of it. I might switch it and put my first name first.
Need to send some tight line braid for your chat. I'm not, unless I'm bumping, I'm not a braid guy.
I'm trying to convince him.
I'm thinking Hughes Craft or Smoker Ghoul. Well, now.
Is that a boat?
That is a boat. You think I have expensive taste with that Protege. Woo! Yeah. Smoker Craft Phantom, I think that's what Quentin Robbins fishes out of, I believe, is a Smoker Craft Phantom, if I remember right, because I love his boat. The only problem is I'm not going to go deep V for one reason and one reason only.
Oh, no.
Nowhere where we fish has boat docks. Nowhere. You have to put the boat basically on the ramp or on the ground and crawl in the front. And crawling in and out of front of a high deep V just ain't happening.
We definitely do things where drafting amount, water draft, because we'll park it on beaches, sandbars, drive.
Oh yeah.
There's a few spots where we drive over a little dam that's like a foot under the water. Like,
I ran through 1.8 feet of water today. I just didn't tell you.
Yeah,
I didn't mention it. I had her skint back on plane.
probably
I'm like,
know where, because I was kind of looking like, man, we're a little more towards the middle right now.
Yeah, I just didn't bother to tell you. I didn't want to worry you.
Nah.
Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't want to worry. I was like, it'll be all right until we start rubbing sand. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Talk about Spyron's comment right here.
Yeah, the new being built as we speak. The new Touré carbon bumping rods. Yeah, that I didn't think we were going to mention that in public just yet. But now that cat's out of the bag,
just say what he said. Don't give any more than that.
Right, but this is basically from what I understand, Touré is a manufacturing company that they produce their own high quality brand of carbon fiber, and we are going to be taking that product and using that to make a bumping rod, and the goal is to far exceed any other production bumping rod on the market. That is the goal here. So we
Spyron is a fishing gear mastermind. He's kind of an evil genius with this stuff,
and he's very determined. He's very determined and stubborn enough to put the time in and try to make this the best it can be. So I'm very, very excited to see the initial prototypes and see what we got. I'm excited.
I saw a drawing of it.
I saw a drawing of it too. Roger, if you're talking about weight, as in how much it's going to weigh, we're going for a less than a 6-ounce rod. I can't tell you exactly.
I think he's Spyron. How much is it going to weigh? You probably know.
Yeah, right.
Because I think I'm.
Hey, and Richard, that is true. You are 100%. That's bold statements considering everything that's coming to the market. But that's the goal that all these companies are trying to achieve right now. Everybody wants to be the best. And 3.8 ounces, good Lord. But you know what? It's just gonna make the catfishing sport that much better. Every company that comes out with something is just setting the bar higher and higher and higher. The products are getting better. Competition breeds excellence. I'm very, very, very much a big believer in that. So
I see chats having trouble believing that ounces, but
well, I'll tell you right now, when I get it, the first thing I'm going to do is put it on a scale, and I will tell y'all exactly what that sucker weighs. You'll know. Yeah. You'll know 100%. So we will find out. Because I'm not gonna lie, while Spyron was in my boat in Vicksburg, I laid one heck of a challenge on his feet. I said, if you want to make a bumping rod that beats all, I said, here's your standard right there. Make something that's better than that. And hey, he accepted the challenge, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, without naming people, they know who you're talking about.
They know exactly what rod.
Caleb, please don't let Tux out.
Yeah.
Close the door.
They know exactly what rod I was talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. Going to Alabama next year, you're gonna bump somehow. Hey, yeah, you bump by.
Wait. Roger's gonna drive halfway across the country to go bumping, and it's not with us. I'm highly insulted.
Yeah, but they go to Alabama every year though.
Why?
He's going fishing with Doc Lane.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
retract all.
Retract
nope.
all of that.
Nope, I said nothing. I'm no longer insulted.
He's new.
I don't know names.
He's.
I know that name.
He's going to fish with Doc Lane. So I don't care if Doc Lang wanted to go catch brim out of somebody's farm pond. I'd go over there and go fish with him.
Also, speaking of weights, the current Carbon 7.6 medium heavy weighs 10 ounces. I saw the scale myself.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
And that's a full-size catfish rod.
Look, Jackie's like, he ain't coming to you unless I'm coming too. One day. It's all gonna happen. Okay? It's all gonna happen. Yeah, they can be in Alabama in 7 hours, whereas coming to my house is like double that.
You don't. You said Doc Lang. You ain't got to.
Nah, I know. I'm trust me. I'm not begrudging anybody a bit. I live closer to Doc Lang than Roger does. Yet I have not been over there to fish.
That's because nobody likes you enough.
Live's over. See you.
We do.
Wow.
I don't want to overrun. So if you have any more questions, I planned on an hour.
Yeah.
And we might.
I guess so. You're one state over. Heck yeah. Ooh, Mark. Mark is asking the tough questions. Welcome to the stream, by the way, my brother Mark. What's better, bourbon or rye? I'm gonna say bourbon by just a little bit. I mean, I like the blends, to be honest with you. If I have to pick between those two, yeah, I'm gonna say the bourbon.
The problem with rye is even a cheap bourbon is decent. Rye, if it's not a good one, it's terrible. It's kind of like, who is anybody in there had real moonshine?
Probably not.
Good one is amazing. Bad one will make you puke.
Yeah.
And rye's not that extreme, but that's how, like, rye whiskey, it's like, man, when you get a good one, it tastes amazing and it's sweet and it's so good.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a good one, it's bleh. Bourbon, I swear I could spend $5 and be happy with it.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, cold.
Well, yeah, you put anything in the freezer, it makes it better.
So I'm an alcoholic. I'm a connoisseur. I don't drink much. But
so that's what we're calling it now.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Oh, Richard could start an argument here. He says, real moonshine. We're on the wrong side of Mississippi to know about that.
Where's he at?
Georgia.
Georgia?
I get it. I get it. You got some good one in Georgia, but trust me, we got some old boys making around here.
Then you get my point.
Right.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Somebody that don't know how to scrape their moonshine and you go, bleh.
There's a guy just north of us that makes some really good one. And the problem is it's too good. And you don't realize how strong it is. Oof. Yeah, it causes problems.
Ryan, Spyron, you keep my cat out of your mouth. Literally. He wants to eat my cat.
What time is it? I want to make. There's a certain. Oh boy, I don't want to.
Stuff will make you go blind.
I'm trying not to make this go in the gutter, but they were making it tough.
One time, somebody made a homemade rye whiskey, and no, change your reaction. It was bad.
Oh, it was bad. Oh.
It stayed in my motorcycle friend. I'm not gonna say name. It stayed in his cooler in his shop for about 3 months, and that was the hey, try that stuff joke. Ooh. Until it made the rounds.
Pinhook bourbon. Now you want to talk about a bourbon and whiskey connoisseur? See Mark there. Mark knows his stuff. And look, Andrew's gonna hurry up and go look it up.
I was about to.
No, yeah, he was gonna look it up.
Wait, are me and Mark, I believe, have been secretly best friends because isn't he
possible.
the one that also rides?
Yes.
He rides. I want to go ice fishing with him, and I haven't forgot. You invited me, and I will come one day.
And I'm
every time he has an opinion, I'm with him. Like
ice fishing, not happening. I'll come visit. I'll come hang out. I will stay at Mark's house and cook for y'all. Y'all go ice fishing. Y'all go. I'm gonna stay at the house and cook.
Yeah, me and Mark are like long distance best friends. Every time he says something, I agree. Okay. Every time.
Little besties.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll accept that for now, I guess.
There's a couple of people because Jeremy knows I'm horrible with names, and Mark is one of the absolute first people that I knew Mark's name in the community.
Yep. See, it's the OGs. We got this smaller crowd of us that have been around YouTube, 5 years now, 5, 6 years.
And Mark remembers when I was on the channel when I was working nights, and I would film being up for 24 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was in the very early days of the channel when nobody else would come catfishing with us. It was either me and him or me and Gabe. That's it. Nobody else wanted to come.
Trophy catfishing, who wants to do that? So it was me that would go.
Yeah, exactly. Until we started catching big fish.
Oh yeah.
Then people started showing up. Yeah, that was in the early days. Oh boy. Yeah, it headed south. But we are having a lot of fun with the channel right now. We are trying to come up with all kinds of crazy ideas. What?
Here's a small channel update. Something that nobody ever gets to see.
All right.
This is the Sony that
you might hear us talk about it sometimes.
Is always on my hand.
Right.
That's a wide angle lens that we use. This is it. All of our little vlogging and a lot of the upgrades to our shots are this little guy. This is what, a $500 camera?
It was like $400. Well, by the time you add the lens and everything, yeah,
it's somewhat expensive, but in the realm of vlogging cameras, this is super budget, and it's very pull it out the box, turn it on, and you're good to go.
I call it a entry level fancy camera.
It really is. What it is. It's considered an entry level vlogging camera.
Yeah.
The little thing, it turns around and all like this is like if anybody wants to upgrade over a GoPro for your still shots, this thing is awesome.
Yeah, which keep in mind, I do not own a GoPro. I do not own an actual GoPro brand action camera.
Donated by me and Jeremy's parents to the channel.
So hey, channel supporters. The original channel supporters. Robert James, what's going on?
That equipment wise, if anybody, when people ask, that's one of the absolute biggest equipment things is when we got that camera. It changed everything.
Wabash Nate said it needs more cooking videos for. Oh, definitely. Oh, there's definitely more cooking videos coming.
Spirin, down boy,
down. Not that kind of movie. We're not taking the channel that direction
yet.
Yet. It just depends. It might not. You're rough on stuff. It might. We baby this thing. This is not meant to be an outdoor camera. Technically, we do. Oh, look, that's a question for you right there from Roger. The editing software and everything.
Okay, before I tell you what I'm using, I don't actually suggest it. I need a breakdown and upgrade.
He hates it. Keep in mind.
I use Filmora.
Because that's what I was using, and he grandfathered in.
Well, and that's what I used on my own channel. If anybody's really bored and digs my little YouTube, you'll see some old gaming stuff. Mm-hmm. So I was familiar with it. I need to ask y'all what y'all use because I really need to upgrade.
There's a suggestion right there.
Premiere Pro.
I've heard good things.
It's been top of my list.
See?
Unless somebody really convinces me, that's probably where I'm going.
So in other words, he's going to come to me one day and say, "Hey, what's your card number again? So we can buy this." Yeah. Let's see. 7 years old. Why not let me go fishing by myself? But I want to fish the lower Atchafalaya for trophy catfish. Now keep in mind, Greg lives in Houma. That is like the bottom of the Atchafalaya, like way down there. I
talk to Greg, if you see Bayou Hunter or James in the chat,
I can tell you exactly where to go.
Yeah, he can probably tell you to the nearest foot where to go down there.
I would say right now is probably not a good time because I bet you the sharks are still in there, especially that far down. I promise you, still ate up with bull sharks down there. Yeah, Roger said he's looking for a new program.
Oh, Jeremy knows I pre-watch my stuff obsessively.
Oh yeah. We watch it. I mean, we have no less than 4 different cuts that we watch and look over.
That's just the ones you see.
That's what he's happy enough to show me. There's no telling how many versions he does that I never even see. But look, I'll tell y'all right now, everything y'all have been seeing on the channel, 100%, he is editing it. He has creative control over the overall theme. I mean, we discuss it. Don't get me wrong.
I told him we're doing this live.
This is his. I'm a guest on this show. I'm a guest on my own damn channel. But all of the general directions of the videos, heck, the music selection. This is him. I'm responsible for catching the fish and putting gas in the boat.
Hey, Jeremy gives a lot of idea input, and I'll run with ideas he has.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this would be fun. Like, I might throw him like a pool of ideas, and he'd be like, hey, this is good for this idea you had.
If anyone needs editing advice, some of the best things is him and Mom, both. I've watched a video 30 times, and I've watched it too many times. I'll show it to them, and they're like, well, why is this in this order? Why don't you move it around? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I will move it around. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to the last cooking video? I don't know. What happened to it?
Wait, is there something wrong with it? Why? You got me worried.
Don't tell me nothing wrong with it. Because the last one we did was that pork gravy one, right?
Yeah, I'm worried now. Here, talk to him.
Yeah, I know, right? Now you got him all worried that something's messed up. Robert James, at this moment, no, I do not do guide trips because I am not a...
No, it's right here. It has 155 views.
Yeah, not too shabby. Because I am not a licensed Coast Guard captain. So legally, I cannot take anyone fishing and charge them money. Now, You want to come meet me at the boat ramp? We'll go fishing. I'll be honest with you. We'll just go. You know what I mean? But no, I am not a guide. I do not do guide trips. Hopefully, after the first 2 years, it's a problem I can remedy.
If you want to come down and pay for gas and lunch, I mean,
actually, that's still not even legal technically.
Really?
It's a thing.
If you pay
it's
me for gas and lunch and not him who's captaining,
we're fixing to get in trouble.
I don't know.
We're gonna get in trouble.
I just like taking people fishing.
Nah, yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, if you want to go fishing, heck, we'll go fishing. But no, official guide trips, nah.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Like I said, after the first of the year.
I've been disappointed with a lot of people. Because there's a lot of your friends on YouTube that have said, we're all coming down to fish with you. And there's a short list of names who have actually done it.
You realize we live like in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's a long way.
I know.
And not a lot of scenery between where they live and here. You realize all of that, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's hot down here.
I still blame them.
And we got mosquitoes.
Yeah, but...
And like hurricanes.
But...
There's a lot of reasons for people not to come down here.
If you come in January, it's not frozen.
It glitched during the taste section, but I think it was fixed. We might have to do a little quality control on our
I think I know
videos.
what you're talking about, and it did that in production, and then when I uploaded it, it didn't. So there might be a file glitch, which might be unfixable at this point. But I'll look.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. He's 18 hours from us, Mark said. Jeez.
Good God, Mark.
Look, John said he'd guide us. Oh, he'll guide me all right. Guide me to some bad decisions.
So what Mark's saying is he could be here in less than a day and still has not come.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I'm just waiting.
Roger said more than welcome to come fish the Ohio. Hey, I'd love to come hang out with you. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't matter where we fish.
I also had T-bone for lunch. I'd love to come up there and have dog meat.
Wow. Oof.
I've officially made fun of Roger now, I think.
You make, yeah. Well, the thing is, Roger won't argue with you on that one. Look, people ask me all the time, like, man, what are your bucket list places to fish? I fish it. I mean, I fish some of the best trophy catfishing waters in the country. It's very hard for me to leave here and go fish anywhere else because it's hard to leave this.
Did somebody ask that question?
No, well, not really. I'm just addressing it. Don't tell me what to do. But it's one of those shots fired. It's one of those things that I've got bucket list of people I want to fish with, and it just means I have to go certain places to do that. I have a bucket list of people, but not places.
Me, I've caught a couple kinds of trout. Mm-hmm. I want to go up and catch trout. I want to catch and eat a walleye up north. Like I've heard
they're really good.
Yeah, I want to catch and eat a walleye. I want to do lots of offshore stuff.
Mike Irvin, what's up, bud?
I've always wanted to ice fish. I want to go catch some
Maurice
salmon. I want to experience all the other species. Yeah. Jeremy knows, I love catching every kind of fish there is in that river. We could be sitting there catching 50-pound fish, and I'm still like, look, there's a gar, there's a carp, I can catch that. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to catch everything else.
He's a little more multi-species than I am. I'm very particular. Like, now, the redfish and all of that, yes, that is definitely on my bucket list. It's right here. I want to go do that. Things like that. He's much, much more diversified, multi-species than I am.
See,
but that's what makes it fun.
Just see what Mark said. Picture me and Mark on some little shore up north, sitting there cooking a walleye, having a good time, and you won't be there because you don't like to travel.
It's not that I don't like to. It's hard for me to travel. Not that I don't like to. But I am very much a homebody. I'm not going to lie. I like being at the house.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm very much a homebody.
It's taken me this long to convince you to take your saltwater ready boat 3 hours south to go red fishing.
Well, massive redfish and somebody who can put us on massive redfish, that's enough to talk me into it. I ain't gonna lie.
Caught a walleye dragging for cats?
Wow.
I thought walleye were like really hard to catch. Yeah, that don't happen often,
well,
right?
the next line says very rare.
Yeah, because I've always heard that they're super picky to actually catch.
I've heard that. I mean, I don't know. Never fished for
I've watched many YouTube videos of
really.
This. Oh God,
it's a thing. Well, if you think about it, some of the techniques that people use to walleye fish years ago were adapted to catfishing, like planer boards.
Easy to catch, hard to find. That makes sense.
Ah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Kind of like me. I'm easy to catch, but I can be hard to find. Just like me. So I relate to the walleye.
All right.
I can relate to that.
I feel like we're winding down slightly. Right. Any channel questions, fishing questions?
Yes, just or general,
general,
like whatever kind of stuff. Like look, you got me in front of the camera now. I don't know when's the next time I'm going to be live. So, but we promise we will do this every now and then. Definitely not going to make this a weekly thing, but every now and then we'll pop up in here when there's nothing going on, talk to the people, hang out, crack a few jokes. You know, hey, why not, right?
It's a good update time.
It is,
and.
It is.
And Roger and all them know I don't pop in the lives because Jeremy knows I don't watch catfishing on YouTube.
I do.
Ever.
I do.
I apologize to y'all, but I just don't.
You'd be surprised the people technically in our catfishing community that don't really watch catfishing on YouTube that much.
So it's okay.
It's not just you. It's not just you. I know. I'm not gonna say quite a few, but I know a few people who have relatively large YouTube channels who don't watch catfishing on YouTube. I know people.
That's like, like Roger, Mark put out like a certain video that I'm like, oh, I want to know that. And
right.
I'll watch it, but
on
the average, no.
What's going on, Gene? Good to see you, brother.
Gene.
Let's see. State record redfish was caught 40 miles south of. Oh, really?
God, what's the state record redfish?
Big. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, not everybody just watches all catfishing on YouTube, and I'm very picky about what I watch because I don't have time to watch a bunch of YouTube. I'm very much about like the educational stuff. I want to be able to learn something about something I don't do. I'll
tell you what.
Things that I watch.
How many people here watch Lake Fork Guy? Because that's the only one that I watch anywhere consistently.
Yeah, and see, you introduced me to him. I didn't really watch him before.
If you know him, you'll notice I'm attempting to steal his styles in my editing because I just love the way he does stuff.
Well, just let that cat out the bag, why don't you? But okay.
What do you think Hollywood does? They steal ideas.
Well,
I'm not creative. I look at what other people do.
I would say that imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, we'll go with that. So we're not stealing it. We are flattering his YouTube style. Well, he is.
I mean, he does have over 1 million subs. He's doing it.
Doing something right.
He's doing better than us.
Yep. 1 million subs and no bikinis. That's a win right there. I had to say it.
Oh, the Guggen editors. He still does some of his own editing, depending on the video.
Wow.
One of the few.
63 plus pounds. That's the state record redfish. Ooh.
What did they catch it on a winch?
Bet that pulled like a freight train. That would be fun. Oh, look. I don't know if it's the last one that was done, but we did one. It was me and Mark, Lyle, Dockery, I forget who else come in there. We did like this after hours live, and man, it was fun. That was back. That's been a while.
I'll present an idea. We'll do it on my channel.
Right.
As a secret. So it's not connected to anybody.
Wait, after like, I think what it is, Mark, after 10 p.m., YouTube doesn't care what you do?
But I mean,
basically, something like that.
Well, I guess, and then you have to make it not publish. So like,
no,
kids don't watch it the next day.
No, it's fine. It's as long as you don't like straight up violate the standards. But
no. But I mean, I don't want we keep it. Most of y'all know how we talk outside of the live, and I don't want that on the Creole channel. Period. Because there are young fans that have seen it. I don't want them to see it. Period.
I mean, personally, what I would love to do, I don't mind doing one on the channel, but like 24 hours later, just delete the live.
That's what I'm saying.
Just get rid of it.
Just not publish it.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Like if you want to see it, you have to have been there.
Right. If you wasn't there, you didn't get it. Yeah, that's it. I would have no problems doing that. Just get on there, have at look. Mark was there that night, just like we did that night. It was fun.
Look, we'll get Spiron involved, and it'll be really
Lord have mercy. I don't know if the world's ready for that.
Yo.
Ooh. Don't know.
I can't.
No, don't.
Do you know the rest of that?
I know the whole story.
Oh,
of
okay.
that.
Yo.
No, I know the whole story. No, we're not doing that.
Cannot say the rest.
And
of
John is laughing right now. I guarantee you, John is like he just fell off his chair laughing. Yeah, 922 was there. Yeah, that was a fun night because Dockery had a list of rules and requirements to be allowed to be on that live stream, and apparently I fulfilled the requirement very quickly, and it surprised people. It was a language requirement.
Oh.
You just had to say certain words that you're not supposed to say. And he dared me to do it. He dared me to come into the live and drop an F-bomb in the first sentence. I'm like, obviously you don't know me.
Just an F-bomb?
Right. Oh, I know. Like, okay. Like I'm supposed to blink on that? Like, no problem. I think I dropped 2 in the first 3 words. It's like, okay, that's all it takes? No problem.
Has he been around us? You should have heard Jeremy's mouth right before we went online when he was fussing at me for my computer not working.
There was a few.
He was getting mad. I actually at one point was like, calm down.
Roger, if Roger's still in here, Roger, you know how we were about being on time. Yeah.
Because I hit go live, and it just started doing the blinky, and it wouldn't go live.
Yeah, that's why we're on my phone right now, because YouTube, that's what I get for doing it through YouTube and not through StreamYard. That's exactly what I get for that.
But I'm just going to get StreamYard and things for the next time. Or OBS. I've used OBS before.
Okay.
You don't even know what that is.
Look, Roger's like, oh, I know. Yeah, they can about imagine.
I was mad too. I just hold it in better than him when we're busy.
I can't hold that in. I'm incapable. It's going to come out. Because if it doesn't come out, it's going to get worse. Got to see y'all behind the camera. Yeah.
Is that somebody we haven't met?
Not in person.
Okay.
It's a community community member. He's been around a good while.
Some of the decent chances is River Cats does the MRM tournaments here and there sometimes.
Yep.
I know we'll be in Vicksburg.
Oh yeah.
We'll be at a lot of us will be at CatCon,
including me. I will be at CatCon. I will be there.
Yeah. Come to CatCon, you'll meet a lot of people.
Oh yeah. I'm very, very excited about going.
And I guarantee I will be tired and my feet will be hurting. Me too. And my filter will be gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me too. Yeah. You catch me like the second day, they don't tell them what I'm liable to say.
You catch John or Spiron the first day, there's no telling what they'll say.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, at some point, I got a kid to go. I got to find my kid. He's somewhere on this property. I don't know where.
I haven't heard him make a noise in a while.
Please. Oh, that's right. Yes, we Jody, I think for next week has dropped out of the Can You Beat Creole tournament that Daryl is doing for Operations Vest with Nets. I don't know if someone slipped in and took her spot yet or not. I heard possibly that Benoit Fishing was going to come in on that spot, but I cannot confirm that. But possibly an open spot. So get with Mark, get with Daryl. If you want a spot, let us know.
Look, I'll get that new little boat, and I'll bump out of it while running a gator tail.
Oh, God.
I think it's time to wrap up there.
Time to wrap it up. I got to go find my kid. Go put him to bed. Yep. Contact Daryl. Yep.
Yeah. So see if you can beat Creole. I'll be on the boat, but I don't matter. Apparently.
Which keep in mind that was Daryl's idea. I just want to make that very clear. That Daryl asked to help asked for my help with the tournament, help fundraising. He's like, hey man, you want to fish with him? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Then all of a sudden it's a Can You Be Creole thing.
It'd be great.
Whatever.
I should contact Daryl and see if people donate to me to sabotage you on your boat. I bet it would bring donations. Could you imagine somebody just dropping $100 for me to cut your line halfway pulling a fish in?
I'd kill you. $100 will not pay for your burial. Just remember that. Just remember that. Roger, look, I miss you too, brother. I listen to the show when I can on my way home sometimes. Every now and then I get to come in chat. I'm still having withdrawals. Not gonna lie. It has not been easy not being on the show anymore. I still kind of get this Tuesday thing. Oh wait a minute. Yeah, I'm not on the show anymore. I still kind of get that.
He has legitimately been getting home at 9 at night every Tuesday.
Yeah,
it was real.
Oh yeah, it was very real. Yeah, it was not a convenient thing. Trust me, I would very much still like to be doing it, but yeah, work ruins a lot of fun stuff. Let me tell you. Oh, he'd be doing more than swimming.
I just lay on my back and float down the channel.
Not with enough lead tied around your ankles, you ain't.
That's a lot of lead.
I can do it though.
I have a lot of buoyancy.
True. All right, well, guys, I completely. Yep. Hey, life takes over, buddy. That's all it is. Life takes over. You know how it is. Well, guys, look, thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all stopping in and hanging out with us. If I can figure out how to get out of this live, I will see y'all later. Bon péché. God bless y'all. Thank y'all.